Welcome, guys, and welcome, Stefcho, to Malta, to sunny Malta, which I feel you're cold. You're freezing. Actually, it's winter.
Yeah, because you have no heating. Not only
Yes,
because it's
but let's
winter.
change the subject because I don't want to talk about myself too much. I want to say one thing. Listen to this. Those are my new neighbors. I think they're Serbian. I'm not sure. I think this is
I
some
think,
Balkan.
No, it's not Serbian. It's
some Balkan variety.
maybe Moldovan.
Listen, man. I miss a lot of things about Bulgaria, but one thing I don't miss is this fucking shit.
Actually, this is
Chalga.
this is not Chalga.
Well, this is the this is proto Chalga.
Some national folklore music.
This is where Chalga came from. I remember in the 90s, man, when we had because we had a satellite home watching some Polish televisions and we were catching some Serbian televisions. I remember the end of the 90s where there was this channel Pink Television, I think it was called, and they were just playing Chalga all the time, and then it came to Bulgaria kind of after that. Like they stole it a little bit
The
from
90s
there.
were the golden ages of Chalga.
But it wasn't that bad back then. I mean,
Yeah.
it was different. It was like pop music. No, I mean not the Bulgarian one. This original like Yugoslavian one from Pink Television that I watched. That was interesting.
Well, they were probably copying it one to one, so it was probably the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what they did? They took the same melodies, they just changed the lyrics. And it was
Yeah,
a nice
totally.
song.
But that's the interesting thing. Like for some reason, the Balkan, because in other countries you have the same thing, like pop, folk, meaning popularized folk music, right? But on the Balkans, it sounds like shit. In other countries, it's not necessarily sounding like shit. Like imagine you go to Austria or or Germany. You know, their folk music is the prequel to classical music. Our folk music
No, not really.
doesn't lead to anything. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
no, we have good folk music that's similar to the rest.
yeah, but I'm like
folklore music.
it's different instruments. There's like a lot more violins and stuff, and
Yeah, but the idea is the same. It's like some real instruments and some old people sing over it. I mean, not
Yeah.
all, not old, they're old now.
anyway, I want to say one thing. I want to say cheers. Cheers to a wonderful podcast, but also to a wonderful day today. And this is, of course, Chisk, because when I say cheers, I always use Chisk.
It was a nice commercial for the break. That was later.
I
planned.
want to congratulate you because not only did you come here, not only did you survive the Arctic cold of my room, but also we completed a really cool race today. We took our bikes on the road.
We completed the white race.
It was almost as well as I planned, but we fell short.
Maybe you didn't plan it that well. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think about it every day since today. Maybe I didn't plan, but my plan was very ambitious. I wanted to go around the whole thing.
Something you've never done.
Yeah, something I haven't even not done, but
No, I don't think it's that hard. I mean,
yeah.
it was how much was left? Like 10 kilometers out
Oh.
of the 100. I mean, the thing is, if I had a bike that's
Steph is
my,
looking at the map, by the way, if you're wondering. There's a map of Malta on the wall.
if I had my bike that I use, not this one, because the size is so different.
We got a bike from a guy
It
at
was
work.
much harder.
Yeah, and this one it's a little bit smaller. So
And also the pedals were digging inside.
that was a weird thing though. Like so the bike that we borrowed has those one of those pedals that you put a shoe in.
Who has?
This bike that you have,
No, what's the name of the owner?
Keith.
Keith. Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Keith. You help a lot,
watching
man.
this.
So Keith's bike is because he's such a pro. He has those clip-on pedals, but you don't have the shoes. So he actually went to all the trouble to buy a new pair of pedals so we can change them. And he dropped off the bike and took me to the airport and everything. And we couldn't fucking change the pedals.
Yeah.
We tried everything. I broke my tool that I bought. I was happy this week. I bought this. Oh, it's such a cool 30-euro fucking Pro toolbox for like a bike. Broke it immediately on the first day. You brought a fucking rock from the street. Went out in the middle of the night looking for a rock. I started hitting the tool with the rock in the bike.
That's not how you broke it. You broke it with your hand.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah? Of course. I'm stronger than any rock. Because the hand beats the rock. You know what I mean? Because, anyway, paper beats rock. Anyway, so I broke the tube, but we couldn't change the pedals. Instead, the whole day was pedaling on those fucking metal fucking sticks. thorns. Yeah, that Jesus was probably.
So
killed.
what did we do? We biked from one side of Malta.
Right. So
to
I
the
live
rest?
sort of in the middle, but on one of the coasts. So like on the east. In Malta, there's something like a little bit like the east coast and west coast, but this is not exactly just east. It's east. It's northeast. So you have the northeast coast and the southwest coast.
Yeah.
So I live in the northeast coast and sort of in the middle. And from there we went south to the other coast, so went coast to coast, then circled all around like almost the entire kind of half of the
Actually,
island.
It's more than the half.
Went
I mean, no,
in again,
No, it's more than half.
and then went all the way up, and then we decided to stop like
Definitely more than half.
almost by the end of it, and then went inside the of the island again and went back. It was crazy.
But we didn't actually cross the whole. Yeah, maybe it was half. Yeah.
Yeah. So we missed just the south part to the top. Yeah, this part we didn't see. But you can go tomorrow when I'm at work. You can go.
Yeah. I mean, what more can I see there? It's just some buildings and sea.
Yeah. But we saw a lot, and
Yes.
so we saw the old capital, Medina. That's where we stopped first. We went into like the little streets like of the fort and all that. Then we went through Rabat all the way to Dingley Cliffs. From there we took some nice photos. We went all the way down to the Blue Grotto. We went through that ravine or canyon thing. We were rock climbing down. Then I took a swim. You took some nice photos. I went into the Blue Grotto, swam there, came back. Then I went back, took the bikes, went all the way from there to Valletta, which is the actual capital of Malta. We ate there, we drank there, and then went again on the coast and through the whole coast all the way north and stopped in Bujiba. So, and that's where I took another swim. And
I
then
think it's more than 60 kilometers.
What the fuck was that?
Something fell on the ground. Some cable.
Oh my god.
But yeah, also we went to the Fish Aquarium Museum.
Yes, and we went to the National Aquarium of Malta in Bujiba. That wasn't bad, no?
Yeah.
And we ate there. That was pretty cool, actually, the aquarium. I was surprised that it was open now. Yeah, man. Why don't you get an aquarium? And the aquarium is such a cool thing.
Because I know what will happen.
Like, look at it. It's beautiful. No?
Yeah, if you take good care of it, it's beautiful.
I don't really... That's the thing. With an aquarium, it's just initially...
Dude, I can't even water my palm. I forget. I water it once a month.
But that's why the water is inside, so you don't have to forget. It's already
It will
in.
become a cactus soon.
The thing is, it just takes a good setup. Like
It will
the
reach
first,
the next level of evolution.
not just few weeks, but like the first 2 months of it is just setting it up. And then once it's set like this, it's pretty much self-sustainable. Like almost do
But
nothing.
you change the water.
I change like 1/4 of it every 2 weeks.
God damn it.
Because the filter filters it the whole time and cleans it up. I mean, it has a sponge.
Okay,
and
what if you're away for 2 weeks?
It's perfectly fine. I was in Japan. I have it here. I'm
But
not
who
going to
feeds
open it.
it?
I have an automatic feeder. It's like a
Okay.
machine, and once a
Okay,
day
so what if
it
you were
revolves around and
Okay, what if you were 4 weeks away?
I don't know. But the fish, they can survive for a while by themselves. Like even if I don't feed them like this for a week, they're going to be fine. Or even 2 weeks. But then, for 4 weeks, then maybe I'll have someone clean the filter. Because that filter is not very good, and so it gets full. Like in about 3 weeks, if you don't change it, it's gonna start pumping slower. So you gotta clean it up.
But I'm not sure if it's that worth it. It's just another thing in my house.
Yeah, no. But I'm surprised. You know, I still come in like every day after work and I look at it and I go, oh, it's pretty cool. And I just look, and the fish, they recognize me. They know I'm home. They kind of, because I come in and the light goes on, so I can watch them.
Yeah. Well, they
And
don't
then-
recognize you.
And they're like, oh wow, there's food coming in, and they get excited and they kind of follow my finger and thing. Yeah, it's nice. And
Why
it
don't
looks
you get
good.
a turntable and play vinyls there?
Oh yeah,
Because that's something I like.
Yeah.
to do.
But anyway, I wanted to tell you.
Why don't you like everything I like?
You have I like everything you like. There's this this is like a normal aquarium, but then you also have those guys that do like those aquascaping things. So an
We
aquarium,
should set another camera to shoot the aquarium.
yeah,
So
this is like an aquarium
so they know
aquascaping.
what to look at.
You know what aquascaping is?
No.
It's like an aquarium that focuses mostly on the landscape inside. It's like looking at a picture of a mountain. They build like mountains and rivers and like fake stuff inside from different trees and plants. But it takes super long to arrange. Like they set it up. They water it for a couple of weeks. It's gotta be with fertilizers.
People play Minecraft. They do the same.
There are fertilizers for the plants that you put in like a liquid. There's also ones that you put like tablets in the roots. It's crazy. And then you gotta need a special substrate. And then you have carbon oxide that's injected into it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
that's
anyway,
why.
so the the aquascape, then it's beautiful, and then at the end it's funny because they almost don't have space for fish, so they put just a couple of fish because the focus is the plants. And then I can show you actually some, but anyway, and then you have also another thing, I forgot what it's called, but it's like paladorium or something like this, which is a new thing. Which is, imagine this aquarium, but then it doesn't end here; it goes like more up, which means that the rocks start sticking out, the plants stick out, and then you put plants that live outside of the water. And then sometimes if the real pros, they surround that and they put some lizards on top, and the fish are inside. So you have 2 in 1. So imagine it's like a little water, and then it goes up, and then you have other animals. But of course it's got to be much bigger than this.
I'm wondering if I get some animal, what should it be? Or even if I want one. Actually, I don't
My
know.
opinion is either get something like this, but this is not really a pet. For pets, it's just dog, man.
think I'll get-
Anything less is not worth it.
Once I get settled, I'll get just everything.
Just
in
get
one
a
go.
dog.
Just next 10 years, I'll have everything. They will die, and I'll just score everything. Checkpoint.
So how do you feel after the ride?
Tired? No, I mean not tired. More like dead. I don't feel anything almost.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's just the ass. It's like a fucking. My ass is like a what do you call it? It's like a meatball that was ran over by a wild flock of geese.
Okay, let's say. But the thing is,
Flock?
this means that
Geese
your
flocks.
seat is not that good. You know, if-
My what? My seat? Maybe, yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have this problem with mine because it's great.
Is it better than
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah, for sure.
What's better about it?
I mean, I'm not sure about this bike exactly, but it seems to have a lot of features, so I expect it's cheaper in the end. I mean, if it has everything but the cheap version of it, maybe.
This one?
I suspect because it has a lot of useless things actually.
You mean extra things that you don't really need?
Yeah, and some of them are in my way. Like the handles, they have this part that maybe someone thought.
I think it's nice because it kind of rests.
Because I mean, my hands are bigger, so it's like half of it, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it should be better because it's like the surface, the resting surface area is bigger on the hand, so it doesn't take. Like you were telling me when you're doing video
It's
shoot.
horrible because like it's not proportionate. It's one part is. I know it felt numbed so much because of this, and now I feel it now when I touched.
Interesting. I don't know. I thought it was.
Fuck me up. I mean, it's exactly like this part. I mean, this is fine, but this here, I can feel it where I was holding it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, yeah, you know,
fuck my neighbors.
Like,
Fuck
this,
you guys.
How do you
by
hold
the
your
way.
mouse? Do you hold
This
it like a
fucking
normal
music.
person?
Yeah.
I mean, but because if you touch this part on the table,
Yeah.
it can fuck you up real bad.
I'm touching my.
You shouldn't.
Why?
Because
But
it stops some...
should I do it like this? Stepchu is
No,
showing
I have
because
a
you can
friend-
see it. He says that when you're using the mouse, you're not supposed to rest this part of the wrist on the table,
Yeah, I
right?
showed it, yeah.
But why? Like I always rest like
no,
it's.
No. That's really bad.
Let me see.
Because it
I do it like
touches,
this.
it always
Yeah.
touches some, how you say this?
Some
not
nerve.
nerve, but the other thing that...
Shit.
The other thing that
Oh,
pulls the muscle.
The pulls the muscle.
Yeah.
Ligaments. I don't know.
No, the nerve sends a signal, but there's this thing that pulls it, right?
I don't know. What is it? Pullers?
Сухожилие. How is it?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I thought it was.
It's like a rope, right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
how will it work?
So
anyway,
at
so
the
this
end of
thing
your life,
touches
you won't be able
No,
to do this,
it
which
starts,
is very important.
It starts to hurt. No, it starts to hurt badly. And they have to make a very risky operation.
Cut it out. Cut the hand out.
That's the most risky operation. But there's one which they fix it. But it's risky. They tell you it's risky, man.
Well, I just have an idea. Like when they cut your hand, there's nothing risky about it. They cut your hand.
Yeah.
But if it was risky, this would mean that the doctor says,
throw a coin
"Hey,
and then
I'm
cut."
gonna cut your hand, dude." But it's very risky. How very? It's 99.999.
No, it's 100%.
No, because there might be one version in some universe where when they cut your hand, your hand is still there.
But it's not
So
ours. You already know that. It's not our version of it.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, wow.
Or maybe there is one where it changes at some point.
Yes.
So maybe we'll hit the change, so it will never show.
Yeah.
So you can never be sure
when
about
you,
ours.
when you do that sort of operation, you go, son, we're gonna cut your hand. Just so you know, chances are you're gonna lose it.
What's the chance?
Sign here so you know the chance is big. And so you sign, and if you don't, he goes, well, fuck you then.
I live on the edge,
You
man.
keep your hand.
I take all my risks.
You don't listen to your doctor. See where it goes.
There's
see
a
where it
chance
takes
if you jump out of a window, you'll die. Oh my god, I live on the edge, man. Adrenaline. I'll take this chance.
Take it. Take it or leave it.
Did the music
Take-
change? What is this now?
It's still the same. Play some music on your guitar.
It actually sounds Bulgarian.
On my guitar, actually. Yeah,
That's the folklore music, not the
that's
children.
where we come from. Yeah, they still sing it, so that's the. I don't know what's the proper word for it,
For what?
for this music.
Folklore music.
No,
It depends
it's
which
more
folklore.
vomity.
No. I don't know.
It's not clean folklore. It's dirty.
No,
Folklore.
we have Veselin Marinov. Maybe it's no. Actually, that's
No, not that. No, that's too much.
Maybe that's the other version, the other country's version of him. Yeah. And that's what I meant. But
Yep.
this is actually a bit before him.
Hate of the week.
That's easy.
What's that for you?
I really hate driving with cars. I mean,
You mean cycling with
riding, cycling? Yeah.
being on a bicycle and having other cars, because you would expect
Fuck,
that
I
once you get
think
on
I
the
will
street,
die
all
any-
cars
any-
disappear. You think in your universe, oh, I like it when there's no one but me on this planet.
No, I like it when there's a.
I like
cycling.
it when it's every time there are cars with you. That's what I'm trying to say.
I like it when there is a bike lane. That's actually not on the road but on the sidewalk,
Mm-hmm.
and that's enough.
And people are gonna fly. Where are the people gonna be?
It's
If bikes are
no,
on the
there's
sidewalk.
some part of it. I mean, whatever you do, they will be on it because they're retarded. But usually they take some part.
Shit. Someone said.
There, you know,
That's
there's some moms that think because their carrots have wheels, they should
They're
be on
carrots.
the bike lane. No, carrots. The baby stroller.
The strollers, man. It's like the carrots.
Yeah, I think
What are
that's-
What are you doing with the carrots?
I
You're
think
feeding
that's the other
rabbits?
word for it. Anyway.
No.
What was it talking about?
I was just
Oh
thinking
yeah,
about
they're moms that
what I was gonna ask.
that push their baby strollers on the
yeah,
bike
carrots.
lane, and and you have to go all around them or over them, and you can't tell them, come on, move. They'll say no, I should be here. They have the reason for this. It's because they have the wheels, not because you're on higher speed or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's the wheels, man. They're so
The
smart.
wheels. Very nice word. Wheels. Wheels.
I mean,
bike,
it's
Will
very nice that
Smith.
they managed to multiply.
Wills. Have you heard of the actor?
I'm very happy for that. It's
Will
natural
Smith.
selection. Natural deselection. Unnatural selection. Artificial selection.
So you hate people on the street with you?
Well, basically, right now I felt on a highway.
You felt on a highway.
Yeah. And cars were passing like this, like very close to me. It felt horrible. Because I would die without having any part in it.
Yes.
Someone would kill me.
You want to have a party in it.
I have to die
A
because
party
of,
in it.
of
I
some-
heard you wanted to have a party in it.
I hope to die
You might
because
have
of
a party.
because it's my fault. Then I won't be angry with chance. But I'll be angry with myself.
Yes. Here's another one. My turn. What's my hate of the week? Guess.
It's
No, I'm just clicking around so you can focus.
folklore music from next door.
No, that would be next week because I need to marinate on it. But what would be now is something I prepared a couple weeks ago. I forgot. My hate is this. I hate these guys. What is the thing? The name of the thing? It's not a scooter, but it's like a scooter.
It's not the thing, but the name of the thing.
listen. There's a device that kids move like along the
Ball.
road with. It looks like there's a skateboard at the bottom, and there's a stick going out, and like a thing, like a T.
Fuck, what was the name for this thing? Anyway.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like with one leg, you're pushing with one leg.
Yeah. What's the name for this thing?
I don't know.
Well, let's find out.
Let's find out. What's the name of that thing?
Right in Bulgarian, trikolka. No, dvukolka.
It's not
Yeah,
Dvukolka.
dvukolka, man. That's
What
dvukolka.
are you talking about, Dvukolka?
Yeah, it's like
No,
a long with
Scooter.
No, it's dvukolka, man. It's kids, not kids. They need to be 16 for scooters. Напиши dvukolka.
In Polish, there's a word, hulajnoga.
Okay.
It's one word, so I can translate Polish to English.
Dvukolka is one word too.
But it's not it. That's not how it's called. Scooter.
So kids are driving this.
There's no specific other ways to say that.
Anyway, whatever.
Scooter.
So
Kid scooter.
oh yeah, that's
Yes.
that thing. Wait, is it a scooter too?
Scooter.
Click it, man. Come on.
Which?
The first one.
Yeah. It comes. Yeah. So kid scooter is this thing. Okay. So, and I could have shared my screen, but anyway, I didn't think about it. We're looking at the screen for 1 hour and deciding what to click, and no one knows what we're doing because they don't see the screen.
We talked about it. We clicked on scooters.
Yeah, right. So scooters, so kid scooters are those things that you hold on to, and with one leg you're pushing and you're standing on this like skateboard thing, right? So that's fine. That's okay for kids, of course. But now they have these electric ones where the pushing leg thing is no longer required. You put the second leg.
Segway.
No, not a Segway. A Segway, you're standing like this, and there's two big wheels. This is the same thing, but electric. An electric scooter.
Hoverboard.
No, this thing, the same thing as the kid's scooter. This thing, but electric.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I mean they have that too. Yeah.
Right, like you see. Even
So
this
what's the
one.
problem? You hate those guys.
I fucking hate them because this is so fucking retarded. I see these guys. I'm on the fucking road, like cycling, like with you 60 kilometers in a day, blah, blah, blah. And then you see this guy on this electronic thing, like a fucking gay bee, just standing out there.
Well, what if he goes to work with this?
But the thing is, it has the wheels on it are this big. They're fucking literally
No, but what
smaller
if he
than
goes-
my asshole.
I mean-
My ass poo hole is bigger than the wheels on this thing. And he's like bzzz, running around. And I'm like, listen, man, shut the fuck up and learn to be a real man.
No.
Either buy a bike or go
No,
fucking home.
This is not an argument because what if he goes to work? He can't go with a bike
Why not?
because he gets sweaty and it's terrible for everyone.
But he's a
What if they
faggot.
don't have a shower?
I'm sorry, this is a better word. The problem is this: when he's going like on the scooter, in Malta, all the holes and all the stuff, you can't go everywhere with it.
Yeah,
so
but maybe he can
it's
go to
it's
work.
so retarded. It's like goes like gets on the street, walks a little, jumps over a pool. Then takes it out from his fucking pocket, stretches it, gets on it, bzzz, and then stops again. There's another fucking hole, puts it down, jumps over, and stretches it, bzzz, goes again.
Oh, it sounds very convenient to me. I would use it.
In the whole island of all the hundreds and thousands of kilometers of roads, there's probably 60 kilometers, 60 meters out even safe for these fuckers, because the rest is
what
too
if
hot.
There are the 60 meters are on the work. But
Still, in Malta is okay, but imagine somewhere else where you have snow, you have rain, you have stuff, and you're in this. Bzzz.
sounds convenient, man. I would use it.
Snow is not good for the.
Do you think you have
Asshole.
to change the tires of it for winter? With
Yes,
winter?
yes. You put a condom on, and that's the tire because it's so small. Like that's the amount of rubber you need on it.
That's what she said.
Anyway, so
yeah,
let's talk about also because we covered hate of the week. That was very interesting, very important to do.
let's talk about.
I watched Aquaman. I told you about this.
Are you going to spoil the whole movie? I can spoil the whole movie. There's a bad guy and they kill him.
No, I don't want to spoil it. I just want to say a couple of things. I don't know. So
No, I won't watch it anyway, so I don't care.
Aquaman, I just want to say this. This is my
They
opinion.
should quit now. Just
Yeah.
Control W.
Because really also getting fed up with all the superhero movies, and I don't want to watch stuff that people tell me is good and not, me coming up with that decision. And this is what is happening with these movies. But the point is,
Who is telling you they're good?
everyone,
Really? I'm not telling you.
I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to everyone else. I'm sorry. No. So you're right. But I mean, publications. I mean, all kinds of websites.
Oh, that's with all movies. They always tell you this.
Yeah. Well, you would hope that
I
there's
think there's
some
a bigger
reliability
problem
there.
than that.
Anyway, so my point is this: they're like these boring movies. It's all the same, kind of made on a, like, what do you call those, like things in a factory where they put things on a anyhow. So
on a
conveyor.
Conveyor.
Yeah.
Manufacturing line.
So this movie Aquaman, finally, what I saw in it was the DC universe finally gave up, and they decided listen, and they decided, okay, we're just gonna copy everything that the Marvel guys do.
Oh. No, they started giving up before that.
No, here's what I mean. Before that, when they were doing like up to Suicide Squad.
What was the first movie?
Let me make my point. They were up to the point where they were making Suicide Squad. They were trying to
The second movie. Because they said like up to the point. I mean, that was that period. It was the second movie. Okay, anyway, whatever. So what's your point?
Aquaman, until this movie, all they were doing was they were trying to differentiate. So if Marvel was famous for being funny and goofy and kind of it's for the whole family, they were making it darker.
No, that was the first intention, and not a single movie came out this way. They changed it then.
Yeah.
What was the first
Yeah,
movie?
that's right. Suicide Squad. Okay. No. Batman versus Superman.
Yes. The first trailer, I think, or the first teaser, it was like should be grittier.
Yeah, great.
But the movie has some stupid jokes.
Yeah, but overall it still looks darker than Marvel. So anyway.
Well, the idea was they wouldn't have any jokes, but they doubled down on that.
Yeah. And eventually now by Aquaman they completely gave it up. That's my point. But because here's the thing. So for many years, ever since like the 60s show Batman, and then all the 70s, 80s dominated by Christopher Reeve Superman, all then the Tim Burton movies, which are fucking nuts, and then all the way up to Nolan, so to 2000s,
skipping the
2011 or 12,
Val Kilmer and the other
2012 was the last one. Yeah. DC was dominating this whole time, and they established this expectation that we're making good movies.
But it wasn't the same. I mean, they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't have that vision.
Movie.
Yeah, and it wasn't connected. It wasn't made with a goal.
So wait a minute. So there is possible to make a comic movie adaptation and have it interesting and new, right?
Yeah,
they were doing that. So what the fuck happened?
Yeah. And do you know what?
Why are they doing this now?
You know what's really weird? They're doing the Joker movie now. They're doing a Joker with
There is a series, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, the Gotham series, there's some Joker there. But I'm not talking about this. Like from the movies, they had Jared Leto, and they fucked him over. And now he was like, I'm fucking quitting. I don't know if he's going to come back for because he was supposed to be there for a couple of years. And you know how he was working really hard on this role, and they cut it all out of the movie. So...
Wait, this makes him quit, but they still paid him. Right?
No, he quits from the future.
I know what.
Yeah. Anyway, so then they announced this movie. At first, they were looking for a new Joker for a long time, for like a Martin Scorsese produced movie or whatever. And there were like rumors, it might be Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever. And at the end, it ended up Joaquin Phoenix doing a prequel kind of origin story of the Joker, which is a standalone Joker movie. And then it sent in the back, like in the past, and then another actor, and this is going to be just a one movie deal. So Joaquin Phoenix then goes away, and then another comes back, which may be Jared Leto, not.
Anyway,
so they want to have like a couple actors making the same role in different...
Wait, they want. That's what.
Yeah, that's the plan. Because Joaquin Phoenix, whoever didn't agree otherwise, they were just like, no, this is a one-time movie. They accepted the deal. They thought...
It's not like they want it. They had no choice for some reason. Maybe. Anyway, the thing is, it's it's supposed to mean something. Like before, it was Jack Nicholson, right? And it took 20 years to get another one. Now it's every year a new one. So
And
what's
by the way,
point?
I still I know this is not a popular opinion. People are gonna hate me, but I still prefer the Jack Nicholson one to the Keith Ledger's.
They're too different. Then who cares?
First of all, yeah, it was an amazing thing, but even the Oscar, man, posthumous Oscar and all that, I felt like it was they were stretching the narrative. Oh, how great the Oscars are! Listen, we're gonna honor the guy, and like, there, it's a show. A lot of people watch the Oscars. A lot of money being made on that night,
But
so they want to make
that
it
way
interesting.
they save money. Also, you know how? I just realized.
Because he's dead.
No, because when they give the award, the prize to get that actor raises, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they don't give it to anyone. So they save money.
Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, interesting. That was a real conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Why they gave an award to a dead guy to save money for his future movie? That's interesting. Yeah, I mean the Academy is a combination of like all the best writers and directors and everything. So and they're also the ones involved in the rest of the business. So they might do this. Actually, I don't know. Anyhow. But yeah, I love the Jack Nicholson version, man, and he loves it too. Like many in interviews, Jack Nicholson has said that out of all of his roles, he loved the Joker the most in his career.
Who else was the Joker?
Who also?
Who else?
There was a guy in the '60s.
Wait, what about Robin Williams? He was supposed to be somewhere.
He was supposed to be the question mark guy.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean they've thought about him many times too, about the Joker, yeah. And the other one, Mark Hamill, of course, the voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the best one. Oh my god! Even in the games, he voices him. He's great.
I don't remember much of. I mean, it was animation.
Man, how can you? Oh my god! How can
I
you?
didn't even know who he was until then.
How can you even create a character that's better just like one dimension, but just by your voice? He made a better character than these schmucks.
I don't know. Maybe
just completely out of the story. It was so with Batman in particular. Cause as a kid, I was a big fan. And
wasn't this a bit that way?
I'm just getting it closer to you because I'm listening.
Because the line of division is.
Like what I want to say is that as a kid, I was a pretty big fan of Batman. And I was thinking, Batman is a really out of time character. Like meaning, kind of not relevant in the moment. So they're making miracles to keep him as a character. Because think about it, like if the Batman character was created like I don't know if it was 1938, something like this. So in the detective comic era, DC
West,
comes from detective
Adam
comics.
West was the first, right?
No, I'm talking about in the comic books. Yeah, Adam West was the first. In the comic books, so he was, living in this film noir era, all the detective movies, looking through the fucking peepholes and whatever. Yeah, some voice in the background describing the night and everything. Yeah, this sort of movie. So Batman was in this era, and that was very interesting. But imagining him now in this world with the technologies, with the cell phones, with everything, it wouldn't be. Back then they didn't have anything. They had a telephone and a telegram. Yeah. So the technology, meaning that a character like Batman would be thriving there, but would
have the Batmobile then?
Yeah, but they had cars,
but not like that.
Yeah, so I mean, he was ahead of the time. My point is, imagine how much ahead of the time he would have to be now to compete in this world. He would have to be an Iron Man character. So this is why Iron Man is so successful, is because with time he gets more relevant, and Batman gets less because of the weapons that he uses, the way he drives a car.
Gets more relevant.
Iron Man, for example, gets more relevant now because of computers and everything.
Yeah.
Right. And other characters are universal. Like Superman will always be fun because of his powers too. Superman can fly. I mean, always will be until we can fly.
Why would anyone try to rationalize all of this? Because everything is stupid.
So when you're making a movie, my point is, when you're making a movie, you got to take this into account. And so with the Batman universe, what happened is you either have to set it back in the time when the character was created, like in 1938, to be realistic, or you make it in an out of time kind of world where time as we know it doesn't exist. So Tim Burton did that. Like his vision is, his movies are always like, what a year is this? You know what I mean? Like they're weird. He builds these worlds for himself. So anyway, So that's one version. The other version is set it back in time, but no one thought it would be possible to ground it in real time until Christopher Nolan came about, and he was the first one to say, no, we can make it now
but
and reliable.
But it was weird.
Right. I agree.
Some parts
right.
were really
So I mean, but that's
the
what
one
he
where
tried.
he told he
And
sold
so-
the whole map was
Right. And so with that run into, DC was like, okay, now Marvel exists. Now what do? Well, let's keep trying that kind of hard drama, heavy, good
but
movie
they
vibe.
rebooted everything. They started.
Yeah.
Which was what the fuck? Why?
Well, the first thing back then, like 2010 or something, no one thought, because Marvel, what they did was, now DC only had Superman and Batman. No one even thought about any other characters.
Which is weird. They're in the same universe.
They have-
and they fight.
yes.
Like this normal guy fights Superman. What?
Yeah. No, but my
Who
point
would
is,
win? Who do you think will win?
my point is the DC guys that were making the movies, they didn't think about any other characters. And Marvel says, listen, we don't have Batman and Superman. Our heroes are not very famous. So, but we have a lot of them. So fuck it. Let's just put everything in. Like at this point, only people knew Spider-Man. I mean, movie guys knew only Spider-Man, but no one else. So they were like, let's just fucking put everyone. So like Iron Man,
They just
you know,
they started
was
copying
more famous, but
Marvel
everything
at
was
some
like,
point.
you know, just this and this and this and this, and they just killed it with sheer numbers. Like, you know, they just like create a gazillion characters that no one knows, but make a million movies about them. So they become so like, okay, honestly,
Can we get some stats? What was better, like budget wise and winning money wise?
between
Between, for example, Christopher Nolan's Batman and the whatever they did.
the Marvel movies?
Yeah, and the no between DC's Batman movie,
Okay.
like the Christopher Nolan one,
Yeah.
and the thing they did with just, for example, the first one, Batman versus Superman,
Yeah.
which has won them more money because one everyone knows is great, the other one sucks. So or they're like, oh my god, we're doing
Yeah.
great. Why don't
I think they still
we
make money
continued?
because it's all.
Yeah, but
it depends.
they did much more before.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I can
Probably.
suppose
Yeah,
if we
I
check,
think so
maybe
too.
that
I think
will
so too.
happen. But they still thought, oh, we'll copy Marvel. Why not? Don't continue doing good movies.
Yeah, but because that was the strategy in the beginning. So they were thinking we have the best characters. Everyone knows Superman, Batman. Fuck Marvel.
So they thought they could
So they thought we
make
could
more
just
money.
just the
But
same
they
character
didn't,
over and over.
They, now they continue doing this.
And so they so they give up and like, okay, let's put all of our
Actually,
rest of them.
they did a lot of money. I think. I mean, as I was following comparing to other movies this year, but I'm not sure what it's compared to Batman.
But it depends. Like for example, Aquaman now it comes out on Christmas time.
But
There's
it
no
gets
other
worse and worse because people learn
no other
it sucks.
Superman movie. Yeah, but no other Superman movie comes out at this time, so they just get all the money. Now they make like gazillion from the time of the year that they decided to play this, because all the Marvel movies are always May and all that, like March, May, summer time. So anyway, but honestly, like the last Avengers movie, it was only so good because of that emotional build-up. Like it was only because there were 10 movies
What
before.
emotional build-up?
If you-
I didn't care at all. I watched almost all of them.
But because if you haven't, like if you were teleported here from 1990 and you've never seen all the other movies in the Marvel universe and you just watch the last one, it probably won't be that crazy for you. You're like, oh, the
What do you mean
special effects.
crazy?
I mean, it won't be
It
so
wasn't crazy
good,
for me.
you know.
It wasn't good at all.
You,
I mean, maybe
you
a bit.
think it was.
It was a bit different, but still it was stupid in a different way. But I mean, they just split the whole movie in two parts.
Yeah,
One-
two parts.
Because
Sometime
you know that that's the
learn.
that's
This
the
is what you-
typical writer Hollywood movie, generic movie timeline. It goes like grow happiness. Then at some point, boom, the character goes really low. He like has this montage where he's like drinking and I'm so sad.
Yeah.
And then it goes what win.
Yeah.
So they just split this part in two movies. Like now they're in the
Yeah.
bottom.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then it's whatever. If you watch the two movies,
Man,
it will-
you explained that this is exactly what they did. Yeah.
if you watch the two movies
Together?
one after the other, like part one, part two,
Yeah.
it will be the same Marvel movie. So.
And then it's a little extra complicated in like
But
in
it's
Lord of the
still
Rings.
the smartest part is
Times three, but
stupid.
this is like inside of each one.
This guy was, I'll fix society by eliminating half of them. What about in 10 years? How does this make
Yeah.
sense? It will have the
Do it
same
again.
problem.
Do it again every 10 years.
Why not fix it really?
How do
like-
you fix it really?
Make it twice bigger. I don't know. He can snap and do anything, right? Why did he kill
He
twice?
can make the universe twice bigger?
The Earth.
It wasn't the
But-
Earth, it was the whole universe that he was
Okay, the
affecting.
universe then. Really?
Yeah.
The alien?
50%
he's
of
an alien.
every fucking
Okay,
race
so why not
in the
increase it
universe.
twice then?
This is
Also-
why you didn't like it. He thought that they just kill people on Earth. They kill aliens too, cute little baby aliens. Oh, what the fuck are these playing now? Oh, the same shit.
It's just not the smartest thing to do if you can do anything. It's a really stupid thing to do.
Yeah. What would you do if you were Thanos and you just go boom?
So
And-
what was Thanos' problem? He was thought it was overpopulated and it was ruining
Yeah.
the.
Like people
environment.
dying, whatever. Yeah. No space for people.
Well, snap your finger and
Kill half of it.
remove all guns or something. All the.
So those people won't be able to die. They'll just breed. There will be no weapons to kill themselves, and
Yeah.
be even more popular.
No, there will be no wars, which is probably what made him.
So he thought they were fighting for space.
Sad. Yeah, or something. I don't know what he thought.
Space wars.
No, he wanted to make
Fighting
everyone
for
happier.
space.
And that's why by killing your mother, for example.
That's the thing. There's Star Wars. What about Space Wars? I can make a whole new wonderful movie about Space Wars. It's not going to be a Star Wars reap-off. It's a new one.
Okay.
It's called Space Wars. We have Luke Spacewalker. All right. That's
Like in Sky Wars.
No. It has nothing to do with
Sky Wars.
Sky Wars.
Yeah.
There's another one. Because it's Space Wars, but there's Star Wars, and you saying there's Sky Wars
He's not called Luke Starwalker, right? So why would you call him Spacewalker?
because it's Spice Wars.
Yeah, but it's Star Wars.
Space Wars.
It's not Fly.
Spice Girls. Wait,
No, it's not Sky Wars.
it's
Anyway,
Space Wars. Sky Wars.
you'll
Yeah,
get it.
it's
You'll
not.
get it
Sky
tomorrow
Wars.
if you'll
No,
see.
it's not Sky Wars. But so what?
Whatever, just continue.
It's not Star Wars. You're saying.
Yeah.
You see now I caught you in a lie. Man.
Yep. That's something.
What about we never talk about this, but what about you?
Oh yeah, we never talk about me. What about me? What do you mean? What about me? Be more specific.
Like
I
just
feel
generally
like a tether conversation. I
most
have
of
to
like let's
say
say
everything
50%
in two
of you.
letters. 50% of me.
Mm.
What about my 50%?
What about it? Yeah, that's the.
Is this the sleeping part or the? It depends how much is covered by what.
The sleeping part. I don't know what you're
I
implying.
think it can sleep better. I'll try to fix it.
You're not sleeping well. Tell me about it.
I suspect.
You suspect you're
I mean,
not
I
sure
just when I
that
look
you're
in the
not
mirror, I
sleeping
have,
well.
have some circles all the time.
You have a circle.
Like I'm, oh my god, what a beautiful morning! I slept so well, and I go to the mirror. What the fuck? You know, maybe
Well,
I'm missing
no,
some.
You
vitamin.
mean like black
yeah.
circle? Okay. I think some
I
people.
don't know, maybe it's something else. Maybe I missed some vitamin. But lately,
Maybe-
I haven't been feeling very well. I mean, I feel tired. For some-
Have you noticed anything else, like your liver hurting, parts of organs coming out of your poop hole, little blood from your
It's not
ear?
really-
Have you felt chest pain with radiating pain and strong anal pain?
Actually, I felt that today. God damn it. Maybe-
Goddamn fucking bikes.
Shit. So
But the thing is this. I was talking about pain. Before that, what was I talking about? Have you ever felt pain? I said,
about the 50% of me.
yeah, 50% of you. No, I was just wondering about you. What about your sister? How's your sister?
I don't know, she's good so far on Christmas.
Are you talking now?
Not that much.
Stifcher's not talking much to his sister. I hope I'm not revealing too
Well, no,
much.
not every time people have to talk to each other.
But why not? Because I think the default situation is to talk, or no?
Yeah, but why?
So, I don't know. Because most people would like that. To talk to their siblings, I think, because they grow up together and they're close ever since they're kids, and they just always rely on each other and they help each other and they use their support. I mean, I don't know. I don't
Rely on
have
each
brothers
other.
or sisters, so I don't know.
We do all the rest. But yeah, I mean,
Especially because you were an older brother. Did you feel like this when you were a kid? Oh,
no, we
I'm
just
an
don't
older
have
brother. I'm gonna
much to talk
protect
about.
her.
We're just different. I don't talk to many people actually at all. I
Yeah.
talk to you and to more people.
Yeah, but because you're a bigger brother of a sister.
Yeah, and
Don't you have this thing like, oh, I wonder if she's okay? Maybe like a bigger brother thing, like protective of her.
If she's okay, she'll tell me.
Okay, okay. As long as you don't block her, she'll be able to tell you, and it's gonna be okay. What about social life in Bulgaria? How has it been since I left?
I suppose better, just by that part you're living, but maybe in general it's worse. Maybe I don't know.
Funny man, funny jokes all the time, making me cry.
And it's also through my prisma. Is this it?
Through his prisma.
From my point of view.
Why am I looking there when I should be looking right there?
So maybe
Because I'm always
if it's worse for me, it doesn't mean it's worse in general.
maybe.
I think
not.
it's better for me actually. I don't know, definitely better. But it's because I started going to the swing thing.
Oh, because of the swing. So, what is that about, especially? Like, are you planning, because you know everyone there, are you planning that there every month there's some new chicks coming over and you're now the expert guy?
I mean, if I was going for
so
that,
you,
I would
you can
have
fucking
stopped long ago. I don't know, it's
Really?
I really like it, yeah.
But it takes time to be like the pro, and then the new chicks
Fuck, I
come
don't know
on.
actually what the hell is happening. Sometimes I think I'm really good, sometimes I think I'm really, really bad.
Well, you should be. What, is someone knocking?
So yeah.
Is someone knocking?
Yeah, someone is not knocking, he's hitting the wall with a hammer. I'm not sure if that is that knocking or trying to destroy your wall.
Okay. He's not knocking. Anyway, so what else were you talking about? Yeah, your sister.
Did we get to 1 hour? How long should this be?
46 minutes. Let's just breathe for a couple minutes and.
So you play some games, I see. Inside. What is this? Inside?
It didn't. Yeah, that's
Inside what?
a different kind of game. No, there is a game called Inside. That's the sequel to.
What is this? Studio One. Studio One. Why do you use this?
That's where I record the blue mic into.
Why do you use Irfan View? It's for vector graphics, no?
No, it's for images.
Yeah, vector images.
No, normal photos, opens photos.
Where have I used this?
I don't know. I've used it
For
always.
Vectors.
It's one of those programs that you use since '98, and you just stuck with it, and for some reason you put it on every
That's
time.
still useful info. Maybe someone didn't know this existed. You know what's best for podcast, that you learn things. That's at least what I like.
Yeah,
And you learn real things, not like the media currently.
yeah. I think someone said it, but I'm not sure where I heard
But
it.
maybe this will get spoiled because it's new, and in
Yeah.
10 years it will be shit again.
And also because again we have already we have a tendency of people who don't do it because they want to talk,
So let's put off
but
our,
do it because they want to imitate someone who talks.
like who, for example.
I've seen.
Okay, let's promise we will never sell out when we get even to 100 listeners, maybe in 10 years.
Yeah, we'll never sell out, bitches. Don't try to buy us. We never sell
Yeah.
us.
But we can sell
Try some-
something that we want
We
to
can
sell.
sell oranges to people. Like we
We
can.
will not change. Was my point, because of money.
Okay.
But we can still sell out to someone.
Yeah,
We can still.
sell out. Yeah, I mean. So yeah, there's this thing that we're missing, kind of. That element of for hundreds and thousands of years. There's been people like this hunched up together around a fireplace, and there's a fire burning, and there's the old person in the village coming over and telling people, "Nah, don't burn something."
Yeah, I was actually got a bit distracted about that. I got
But there's the old person coming in and starting to tell a story to scare the kids. They've heard it like hundreds of times, but they listen to it. And people have been around the fireplace talking about these things. And we miss this
About
in
what
modern
things?
about life and the old people teaching the young people, or someone came from a hunt and was describing this bear that he fought in the hunt. Oh,
Yeah, it was the internet.
that was
The
podcasts.
first version of the internet.
And then everything because of commercial stuff, like, rush and everything, we gotta pack more and more content, we gotta sell more and more, so we can't have one ad that's 1 minute, we gotta have ads that are 5 seconds. Because of all that, the tendency is just to communicate in less and less and less words. The faster it is, the Instagram, it's gotta be 3 seconds, this, blah, 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 blah. And then what about this? What about talking for hours? What about this around the fireplace discussion?
It's surprising because everyone was talking about how much the attention span is shrinking with everyone.
Yeah.
But now suddenly there's this thing which multiplies it by 1,000. So what's up with that?
Man, I started watching this documentary on Netflix. I couldn't even finish it because I got so depressed.
Maybe it actually got so low that it went below and then it got back on top. Because it's like a cycle.
Yeah, sure. I was watching this documentary on Netflix called The American Meme. I told you about this, and it was the saddest thing. I had to stop it. I was telling you about, this DJ Khaled, he just walks into a room with his phone out like this and shooting people. He doesn't look at the real world. He looks through the lens of the phone.
Yeah,
everywhere, all the time.
vloggers.
He does it when he eats food. So a guy like him eats probably 10 times a day. He just takes photos and videos and like, hey guys, I'm eating now some chickens and this and that, and God bless and Allah or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, why, man? What the fuck? And he's like, no, God has given me this technology, man, to communicate with my fans. I got 30 million fans. I got this. I'm like, am I trying to be like that? Then I looked at Instagram and I was like, fuck, maybe I should, because he's the standard of what's the best, like how much you should interact with people, right? All the time. So am I going to that extreme? Am I on the way there? Should I stop completely? Should I turn off my social media?
First question, not sure. Second question, yeah.
Stop completely.
Yeah, it's always good.
But then what's the...
I
there's
stopped
gotta
it
be
completely.
There's got to be a useful part.
Not completely.
There's
The events are great.
There's got to be a way in which DJ Khaled will not be the example, but someone who is not doing that. Someone who's posting only when there's something really relevant and important happening in their life.
But what are you going to do the rest of their time when he's not posting?
And also trying to... post about things that are meaningful that can help the community, because it's all about community, not help yourself. Like, look, I'm so fucking great.
Yeah, actually, that's another thing I actually was thinking about.
Think about the people who are going to watch it. Are they going to learn something?
Yeah, exactly. They're like global teachers,
Yeah.
So this global teacher, I think it's the future of education, because you don't have to listen to one random guy from your village who has nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And they didn't find anyone else.
But that was a community back then. That was,
Yeah, but it was a lot of, you can land on a bad teacher who will put you off this thing. But what if everyone was actually good? There were like 10 teachers in the world for math, for the best ones. And they start teaching everyone like this. Wouldn't that be the shit?
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, isn't that what
So
Jordan Peterson is trying to do
exactly,
with online education?
Yeah.
He
also
was talking about
podcast things. They're also doing this.
he was talking about this really cool idea. It was like it's very simple. It's like he says this timeline. Put this timeline on a website with like history, and you go now thousands of years back and in present day and anything in between, and you can magnify it in different levels of resolution. You get sub stuff. So you can watch. You can, for example, learn about, like, if you go 15th century, about the Renaissance and this stuff, but also like art from that era, not just history, but like all kinds of knowledge, then the kind of educational achievements they've done, like in that era. Then you move to another era, you learn about what happened then, and like you just zoom in and out, and you can just start chronologically or pick a specific period and just study that period.
Study for what?
For everything, like everything from that era. I mean, if there was one website for all that knowledge, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be like, an engineer, this guy's a chemist, this guy's a physicist, right? But they have to go to one website. So that would be the timeline that I was describing. And they just zoom in different eras, and everyone's learning different. Like you go to 2018 and programming.
Which is nice.
Right. And someone else goes to, like Eva, goes to 5,000 years ago, history.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I thought
what I
you
was
were going
saying.
to say, wait. it's not nice.
No, that's
I
nice.
think that's the future.
I just don't know if
How much
it's
better is this?
possible
Everyone
to
will be so
completely
smart.
take out schools because of the social
Of
elements.
course, no.
No, I mean, first of all, will you study if there's no peer pressure on you? Because you don't
They will
immediately
find another way.
you don't immediately see like the neighbor, right? It's not the
Dude, it's all
element
AI.
of everyone is in the same room and we gotta make it through. And if you don't
And
make it, I feel
can
sorry
be
for
done in
you.
other ways. I think. Is that the only way to make pressure someone? Is this why you're pressure now? No, if you have other.
No, but if you're online,
They'll
like
tell- will kill
whatever,
your
you can
mother,
block me, like
your
yeah,
child,
you block
if you
me.
don't
So you
succeed.
can block reality. You know what I mean? You can get away from things that you don't like online. But in real life, with the kids in the room, you're losing that aspect of teaching, which is also an aspect of teaching
Wait, they can still be in one room.
and learning.
They can still be in one room and watch the same guy on the monitor, for example. I mean, if you want that aspect there.
No, but it's between them that they learn too. You don't just learn from this guy. You're in a room
Yeah.
with people, and
Yeah,
then you're
they'll
like,
be-
hey, did you get this? And you
Yeah.
explain it to me.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have this.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, you put them in the room, put the monitor with the best guy.
Ah, okay. But then they can communicate with him.
Soon it will be some AI that will be able.
No,
Actually,
I
maybe
think
now they can do it.
For
yeah.
some time, it has to be maybe at least until university, because by that time, you'll be already able to be on your own.
Maybe makes sense because for the simple parts,
And you're like, I got the routine, I know what it takes, and also then you're smart, you're older, and you
because
feel like,
anyone
okay,
can explain
this will help
how to
me, this is
read
practical.
maybe well enough. It's not, you don't need a specific way.
Yeah, but my point is when you're 16, you're like, I'm not gonna fucking study now. But when you're like 22 and you're still studying, then you got a point, you got a target, a goal, and then you go, yeah, I'm gonna go. And if you're 28, it's even
Yeah, but
more
still,
realistic.
I'm gonna go. It's still important. Why do I want to go with what I want for?
And the other thing
Because
is,
the teacher made it look
you know,
fun.
a school still has a name. It has like, oh, I went to this school. How are they going to do this? They may want to eliminate all of that with online studying, but that also it has some sort of incentive to go. I want to go to the
win
better
an
school.
award. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, or I want to study and be accepted
Well,
in this school.
everyone will go to the best one. So what do you mean was the incentive?
My point is that competition between schools
It's gone.
also sometimes adds
They
value.
can create competition in other ways. Probably.
It will be an individual competition, but what about a team spirit competition? It's also like you've been in a team, right? Olympic team.
They can still make
programs.
teams in some way during the exams or whatever. Or I don't know. Maybe the social part should be somehow divided from education. They have videos for this, and they have social part that's solved in other ways. For
Oh, that would be nice. You study on your computer, and then you just fucking go to clubs and party and fucking fuck each other.
That's not what I did during school, but maybe.
That's the social element. Because like, we're not gonna. You studied already online, so you're not gonna sit in a room and be like, okay, socialize now, and they just, what are we doing? There's no screen, no teacher.
Why not?
They put him in a club, man, and they fucking party, and they
Also-
put alcohol.
No, I prefer to socialize in a room, not in a club.
Well, that's why you go to school. So if you don't want to go to school, like you're saying,
but I'm
let's
saying we
use
should
the.
remove
So
it.
what is the social element that, in your case, like when everyone is learning
Okay.
online, what is the social element?
They gather them together and say, write some poetry or a song.
Write some poetry or a song, but
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
write.
if someone, no, poetry anyone can do it, but for song you need some musical knowledge.
Fucking that's poetry. You can do it.
I mean, you can do some form of it. Maybe really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Roses are red. My nose is red. My dick's also red. Guess what?
I'm a dog.
I fell into a fucking boiling pit of water. That's poetry.
What was red? The nose?
And yes, and tip of the penis.
And what was the other part?
Roses.
Oh, okay. So it can be some Rudolph, for example.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one for you. Let's just talk in rhymes. I don't know if it work, but it's not a crime to try every once in a while to accept the challenge and then learn from it and make no damage.
I like
to
your
the
rapping.
society.
Keep on, don't stop. Ink.
Why don't you try to do it yourself? Otherwise, you're just a dick in health.
Well, maybe we should be a team, man. Maybe you should like stumble in out like this one.
But no, you gotta do it too.
So I'll be your
Otherwise, it's
editor.
not fair. You see?
Yeah, but maybe I don't have a
You-
talent for this. Maybe I have a talent for fixing you. Can you let me try? Look at that fish.
Which one?
Fuck, I was trying to make a right.
We can make it together. Like, look at that fish. Which one? The one on the dog?
The dish.
What?
On the dishwasher. Yeah, that's another thing I can rap sometimes. They sometimes do a rhyme and carry the next part of the word on the next line, like the next phrase. And it's still a
I
rhyme.
realized I'm putting this over your face. It should be more like this, but you gotta speak here directly.
No one is watching this anyway.
Anyway. Man, we gotta make it watchable. We want more people to watch it, even if it's not watchable. That's the honest truth.
Well,
It's easier to make the universe do what you want, but not do what the universe wants of you. That's a quote. You see, that's a lazy person's lifestyle
everything
motto.
is a quote.
You better make the whole universe do what you want to do than do what the universe expects you to do.
Yeah, that's paraphrased from something else.
From what?
Take responsibility or something. I don't know.
No.
No? Okay, be your own entity. I don't know. Some leaf went from the bottom to the top.
That's the opposite of what you're saying. Oh, I see it. It died.
Shit.
The leaf.
Why? Be
died.
yourself is just, be yourself, not whatever everyone wants.
Yourself is all
Yeah, it's
I
nice,
want
yeah.
to be. Remember, Chris Cornell was such a nice guy. You went to a concert of his.
No, basically he came, Chris Cornell, the acoustic, the unplugged show.
Yeah.
And it was not only unplugged, he was alone. So, I don't know. For me, Chris Cornell is not the acoustic part. It's... I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, no, of course it's the voice. Yeah. for
So
sure.
I wouldn't think I've seen him. I mean, yeah, I would have seen him, but not seen him.
I see.
So I was pretty sure he would come with Soundgarden audio slave, no, with Soundgarden. They were even making an album, a new album. Maybe some of it is done. But because they were still playing, they were getting old. So that's what bands do. They come to Bulgaria when they get old.
Yeah. But wait, Soundgarden still exists now?
Yeah,
Even without
it? Did, yeah. They had some album in
I
2012.
thought it was shit.
No, they made a reunion, yeah.
Wow.
They did one album, it was actually pretty nice, I think.
But that's
Hit
fucking.
some
Oh,
very
that's
nice
like
songs.
as if
I
Queen,
think Dave Grohl even played on it or something.
That's like as if Queen created a comeback with.
No,
Oh, they did with.
No,
Adam.
he didn't play on it. He was in the video for one of the songs or something.
This Adam. What was the name of the guy? This gay guy that won one of the music American Idols, that now plays with Queen. Adam Lambert. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's terrible.
No, he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he's a good singer, but he's not something I can recognize. He sounds just like any other one.
But he has a pretty good command of his voice and very
Yeah,
high
but still,
range.
his
there's
sound
not
is generic.
By the way, did you watch this new Rhapsody thing movie?
No, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it either.
The trailer looks horrible.
No,
Wait, didn't we talk about this already?
Maybe we did. But the point is, I was wondering if this Rami Malek guy was doing any of the singing in the movie.
Maybe no. No. Actually, I know about some guy. Actually, it was some random post.
Oh yeah,
He
he
made
didn't,
a very
right?
very nice
I saw
cover
it,
of one
yeah.
song. Oh yeah, really?
No, wait, no.
Yeah, in the post he said they used one of my covers for the movie or something.
Yeah. And the guy in the comments.
I mean,
was like,
at least he sang.
Yeah.
He sang, but on some of it, not all of it. And I was like, what the fuck? They used several ones.
Well, no, it's not like up to a point, and then it's too high. In that sense, not all of it. It could be in one song that he's just singing.
Yeah, but
part
still
of it.
the voice is different. How do they put this different voices in one movie saying the same guy sings it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. What's more weird about this movie is because they had a scene where they recreated some concert, Live 8 or...
Yeah.
But they actually, what they did was they shot the whole thing. And now they release it in the bonus blue... What's this called? Blu-ray version or something.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why would they shoot the whole thing?
Here's the
Who would
big,
watch this?
I mean, the big problem is supposedly, I don't know for sure, but the fact that they just made a lot of compromises with reality. Like it's a great movie, but it's not based in reality because the living band members didn't agree to a lot of real stuff to be put in the movie. That's also a reason why this movie was actually postponed for many years. A lot of great directors wanted to make it.
Good. Yeah, we know with Sacha Baron Cohen it would be great.
Yeah, and he was involved for years, and he was like, I want to do all these. I watched him on Howard Stern talk about it. Watched, I want to put all these stories in, and these guys from the fucking band, they wouldn't greenlight it. They wouldn't. They no, and he gave up.
It makes no sense. Why? Because it would be a good movie about Queen.
Because they still want to make money. Because they're still playing. That's
money.
why. They, I don't know. They don't want some.
Queen.
Yeah. I don't want. They don't want some. Bad.
Also, they stopped them.
Marketing. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get a good one when they die.
Yeah. But in general, I don't like movies about musicians because they never play. I mean, they never like the actors.
There's one about you don't listen to this, but there's one Joy Division band. They had a pretty good movie. I think it's called Control. It's a bad movie.
No. I mean a movie about a musician.
Yeah, it was the guy from Joy Division who suicided it.
Okay. I thought it was. I thought you said that they made. Like the band made it.
No. It was an actor who was actually very good. He was really...
Yeah.
And the movie was accurate, I think.
It's tricky.
As far as I know.
The Doors was a good movie. Like everyone kind of almost agrees on it. The Oliver Stone movie with Val Kilmer playing Jimmy Morrison.
I have no clue what it is.
So a movie about the Doors.
No.
It's I think at the end of the 90s or something. But it's a really good movie. And they done the musical part well enough. I mean, I was listening to some interviews. They were not playing all of it, but they were mimicking well enough. And they were shot in such a way that it didn't see. Like, it's also about, it's like magical tricks. You shoot it from a certain angle so it looks better. So they should shoot these guys who can't play in a different way so they don't show that.
But that's not that much of a problem. Like, who cares about if they match some musicians?
But
how many musicians?
And the other thing is, depends on who you're making. Like, Jimi Hendrix, a guy who's just playing the guitar all the time. You can't fucking make a movie about him and just put some random actor who can't fucking even hold the guitar. You know what I mean? This guy who's playing now the Black Panther, he was playing, I think, Hendrix in the last one. And also the other thing is he was playing left-handed. So even if you get a guitarist, you need a left-handed guitarist.
Just flip him horizontally.
Yeah. So this
or you should do it in the mirror.
Because he's all about
or
the
if you
playing.
In the mirror.
You can't just let him play and just shoot his face and his facial expression. Is just gonna be a little bit cheating, If you're making a movie about Hendrix, you gotta find a real guitarist, a good one that can do it.
Yeah,
left-handed.
but I mean, so it's their problem, not that it's a music movie. I mean, about a
and then it's gotta be a black guy playing the electric
they just
guitar.
Did it bad.
How many of those?
I think it can be done well, like Control. What else?
Yeah, maybe. And with singers, it's
I think there are also some good ones that are critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen them. Like the Bob Dylan one. What was it?
Oh, the one with the many actors playing him. Yeah, but
wasn't it good?
Yeah, but Bob Dylan is neither a good singer nor a good player, and every one of those actors can fucking do it. Like, no offense, the greatness of Bob Dylan is in his songwriting, but his voice is annoying. His guitar playing is super basic. It's just the voice. It's just the songwriting. The lyrics, it was just fucking phenomenal.
Nobel Prize for literature.
Exactly. Yeah, this is why he was covered so many times. Everyone covered him. Yeah. Like the Beatles, Hendrix, everyone was covering him. Guns N' Roses, because his songs were simple.
It's a weird situation.
And everyone was listening to this. Oh, god damn it! I can sing it better. I can play it better. So they would all take it apart and do their own versions of it. But nevertheless, amazing. This is also why most of his songs, you people know the covers of.
Yeah.
Right, Guns N' Roses,
like this other
Knocking on Heaven's Door. You never know the original.
Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams, yeah.
You also said the same thing about him. The thing is, but it's his problem. He didn't want to get anyone else to sing it or play it for him.
Yeah, no, it's his
an
problem.
Ego problem.
Maybe. But then,
like, I'm not giving you any of my money.
he figured it around, so he didn't feel the problem. Maybe he had the need to be on the stage and play it himself. Just send the message. Maybe he had a great stage presence. I never heard about
personal character flaw.
The other thing about him is he's still alive and he's been covered by the Beatles. This is why he was a really young guy.
Which song?
I don't remember. Like they were playing many of his songs, but
Whatever. I thought it was some famous one.
yeah, it's crazy. I really like along the Watchtower. Along the Watchtower. Along the Watchtower. The lyrics are great there. It's like, oh. I think it was Bob Dylan. Yeah, I think so. Let me double check because I'm not very sure.
So, are we talking more? Or?
Yeah, let's do a few more minutes. I'm Googling now the song all along the Watchtower to see who wrote it first. Yeah, see, Bob Dylan.
Yeah, we see.
In 1968. Recorded in 1967.
He even looks like a guy who wouldn't give any credit.
He looks like a guy who doesn't look like a guy. That's the thing that they did in that movie.
Because the performance
like,
and the delivery
Kate
is
Blanchett
it's a big part
played
of
him.
the song. You lose the
A
song.
woman played him.
I mean, my point is he would be better off, in the long run, he would be better off maybe if someone else sang his songs.
Maybe.
They would still be good, but he would take all the fame for it because people would prefer them, for example.
Yeah. No, but now they take, like, he's famous now because of that.
Yeah,
Because
but he would be
people
more
fi-
famous
yeah,
because
Because
of
people
everything.
figure out, wait, whoa, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not their song?
But what if it
who's
was
the
their
original?
song?
Yeah.
It would be better.
And so usually though, like covers are inferior to the originals, but except for the Bob Dylan ones, there's also one more that I can think of is that Hurt song that Johnny Cash covered.
No.
It's better than the
no,
original.
No,
Come on, man.
I love Trent Reznor. You can't
First
say
of all, it's pretty much the same.
His voice is completely not made for.
But it's just like it
it's
fits
different.
the message, you know.
No,
like,
it's
he's good for the part.
It becomes really different. A different song. Feels different.
Yes, but it feels good, like different in a good way.
No, I prefer the other one for sure.
Because the original is like these kids are singing it. It's like an emo kind of. I'm depressed, whatever. When he sings, it's like it's really like
that's not emo.
I am like really. I know what I'm talking about.
It's industrial, but no, it's not emo at all. You know about the original song? I've heard a story that when he recorded it, I think he did it one take or something. But in the end, everyone in the room was crying.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's pretty close, and it's close to the original. It's very.
And the original
good
is more
cover.
original because in the end there's this suicide part where it's because it hurts your brain in a way. Of course, they won't put it in the mainstream version.
Man.
There's this really loud noise in the end
Mm.
of the original. That's also smart. Because he didn't care. He did whatever he felt like doing.
Talking about like hard topics to sing about. What about this Pearl Jam's Jeremiah song?
Jeremiah.
Maybe
I've
was it
heard.
Jeremiah? Yeah, Jeremy spoke.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. I took out Jeremiah. No,
Yeah, this one's really nice. Yeah.
That's about a school shooting, I think. Because
Wait.
this kid, he was bullied, whatever, and then he comes to school one day with a gun and
I
shoots everyone. Yeah.
What was it? Jeremy's
Jeremy spoke in school today.
spoken school.
Yeah, I think.
What does it mean?
Like he wanted to say something because he'd been quiet, you know, like metaphorically. Like he spoke, he raised up and got up and shot everyone.
Fuck, nice. You know who else had a song about school shooting? It's actually a new one. I mean, not that new. David Bowie.
Really?
His previous album, the one before last. Yeah, it's called
But-
Valentine's Day, and you're like, what the fuck, this is a love song, but actually it's not a love song.
Oh wow!
You can see it
Was
in
there
the
a
video.
shooting
in the
on
video?
Valentine's Day? Or?
In the video, there are hints about it,
Hmm.
and if you listen to the lyrics from that perspective, it makes much more
Wow.
sense.
But it's fucking tricky. And the other thing is, here's like musicians can do that, but comedians cannot get away with that. Like you can make jokes about school shootings, no matter how good they would be.
Oh, no, it's not jokes. It's singing about it.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're singing, it's fine. That's what
If
I'm
you
saying.
sing a joke, it will still be wrong. I mean,
Yeah. But it could be like
the joke is the problem.
I think it could be possibly a good joke, but you gotta really work hard on it.
No,
But
it's
you
usually
don't.
just.
But
too
no one
soon.
will
You
care.
have to
No
wait.
one will be.
Well,
judging
it's kind of. Well, it makes sense, no? It makes sense
Yeah,
because it.
But it makes sense
It shows
because you're
a
saying-
weird trait in you, like.
but because you're saying okay, let's respect this topic. It's very.
But still, I will make
sensitive.
you fall on the floor from laughing on it.
No, but still, no. That's why comedy is not allowed to make jokes about
Yeah.
that. But then you can listen to songs about it.
I mean, it's reasonable. No, but still, the song don't make you laugh. They make you feel it in some way. Yeah, that's what I meant.
But why make you anything?
made
You know,
laugh with a
if
song,
you're
it's
supposed
still
to
the
be
same.
responsible, then why make you feel anything? Just like shut up and think about it.
Maybe you
Don't
need,
listen to songs
maybe you
about
need,
it.
Cleaning. How is it called?
Cleansing.
Cleansing. Yeah. Kind of.
Like when you put some coffee in your butt
If
and
you're
then
some generic
wait for an
normie,
hour and you jump around and then you...
just whatever, some mediocre guy who doesn't practice meditation, you need these things to heal your soul.
These guys are nuts, man. These guys are fucking nuts.
He's all nuts. Or what nuts exactly?
Bolt nuts. Are there bolt nuts?
No, that's in Bulgarian. Bolt nuts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the opposite part. I mean, the...
Male bolts have nuts. Just so you know. Have you ever thought about suicide of someone else?
I was going to say if you, let's say, squat or something. Or just put a dot. How would I know?
No, suicide, but not yours. But thinking about suicide that someone else did.
No. What?
Or is going to do. Or is going to do.
Of course, I've thought it. Even
Have you
who
ever
did
thought
it?
about it?
What
Oh,
do you
this
mean?
guy's totally going to suicide. You see a guy on the street.
Is that their question?
He changes all the time.
Oh.
I see a guy on the street. Is that guy going to fucking shoot his brains out one day?
Some guy said this about me, and now he's dead for some reason, and I don't know why. I saw it on Facebook that he died. Anyway, so what was the question? What? No, I haven't.
What did you say? Someone told you something and then he died on Facebook.
No. Anyway, if
He died in
I
real-
thought
what
someone
happened?
should,
What happened?
I don't know. I have to ask.
But what did he say?
I think anyway, it's.
No, I need to know so I don't have to. So I
I
don't
wanna
say
get
it
more specific.
because if I say it, I'm gonna die then too.
You
So-
wanna die?
No, but people have to know what not to say.
You want?
If
You
it's
want
contagious.
me to say it?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
Don't you want me to write it or something? You want to say it?
Say it, but if you say it, you're not gonna die because it
Why?
only affects people who tell you that thing. So you've heard it and it's
So
nothing
I
to
will
him.
kill you then.
You will not, because I haven't said it. I just heard it. I'm gonna be safe, and you're gonna be safe.
Wait, what? Who is killed then?
No one, because if you say it, no one dies. If I say it, I die. You're immune to it.
Makes no sense. Anyway, so
What is it?
I don't think I have. I usually what I do is what I do. I don't nothing really. I say what a fucking idiot, and that's the end of it. I don't think afterwards. Like I hope you suicide or I hope you. I just what a idiot. Dot.
God damn it, man!
What was that?
The phone every time it scares me when it does that.
Where is it?
It's over here.
Put it somewhere soft.
Somewhere soft. Guys, if you're listening, always put your phones in something soft. Use whatever you have. Soft tit, soft feet. Baby feet are perfect for that. Find some baby feet. Put the phone right there so it's soft. Soft and
I
warm.
forgot to play the music.
We don't need no music
Makes
for
no
that.
sense.
It doesn't make no sense. Pick up the guitar and play that song.
I
Play
can't.
something on the guitar. I put it next to you.
I can play one songs I can play.
Let's go. This is Stiff. And just
You wanna play something?
absolutely devastated emotionally by this.
You wanna play?
The impact. I can't play, but you can talk and I can play. That was the idea. It's not a concert. You just play in the background.
I have to talk now. Fuck. What do I talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
I wanna talk about nothing. Don't you sometimes wanna be just silent? Maybe it's better than talking. Maybe you don't have to talk all the time. Just leaving the other people some silent moments also. Because the less you talk, the more you say, maybe. It's concentration-wise. It has a bigger density and it's more powerful. It means more. So yeah. Did I do a commercial for not talking? That was my first commercial. Go to nottalking.com. Enjoy the silence, yo.
Anyway, something like this.
Can I be away for 10, 15, 27 seconds?
Yes. Jesus, you ran away. And he ran so far away. He couldn't get away. I don't know what to play now. I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm doing. I can find something online that I can play. Oh, that's definitely longer than 27 seconds, by the way. By all means, longer. There are a variety of easy songs that you can find. Actually, let me Google this. Easy song chords. I'm gonna do top 30 easy guitar chords for beginners. I don't think there's any left. We're gonna go get some. Come on, let's finish this and then. Fuck, I just wanted to play some easy chords.
Did you stop it? Is it still going?
Yes.
God damn it, it's okay. I'm sorry I didn't take 27 seconds, but I miscalculated.
It took about 45.
I thought it was more.
Maybe we can end this. All right, guys, listen. This perhaps was the first podcast in this new year. And
We didn't talk about this at all.
we didn't talk about it all
New
about
Year
the new
doesn't
year.
exist.
What the fuck, man? In our world,
Resolutions or something like this.
oh
No,
my
who
god, we're
cares?
talking about resolutions.
What was your achievements this year? No,
What the
who cares?
fuck? We're talking about bikes,
Talk
just
about
wasting
whatever.
shit,
Fish.
wasting
God
fucking
damn it.
fish.
Okay, we can do it next time.
Like, no, let's do it now. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Done. Okay, that's that. Done.
Well, let's go
We
from
we
here.
couldn't wait. We shouldn't waste stuff. You can have mine, by the way. The rest of it, because
But should I?
I'm doing all the work.
I can, but I shouldn't.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But why?
Because you want beer. We're gonna go for more. No
But
worries.
I was actually happy there wasn't, because like I know I shouldn't drink more.
Why shouldn't you?
Because what's the point?
Well, if you want something, just do it.
But maybe I don't want.
Guys, Happy New Year. I wish you all the best. I love you. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're bad, sometimes you learn.
Sometimes you're ugly.
Learn. Makes no sense. Doesn't make no sense. Hell yeah. Those simulations made the fucking diarrhea. That was the song.
We already, well,
It makes no sense.
it was already.
Hell yeah.
We've cut it after this part, right?
No? Oh yeah, we cut it right now. Bye guys.
Yeah.